Hello everyone, today we are going to do Mega Man 3. Anyway, Mega Man 3. This is the first game where you can slide. It is also the first game where you can't continuously keep shooting the boss. You may be asking, who am I going to go attack first? I can tell you two things. I am definitely not dealing with him, and I am definitely not dealing with Needle Man first. Okay? Just saying. No. The best start is literally between these three. Spark Man, Snake Man, or Top Man. So, which one am I choosing? Top Man. Top Man has the most predictable pattern. As you can see, we can slide now. So, yeah. Now that we can slide, we can move a little bit quicker than we could in previous games. And they also made it so you can have to slide in certain spots. Just to be able to get further in. But as I said at the beginning, when we get to the bosses, we won't be able to slide. Not slide, we won't be able to continuously hit them like we were doing before. Not only that, but remember the items from Mega Man 1? They are replaced with the Rush Coil, Rush Jet, and Rush Marine. Which is how we use them to get into higher elevations. We love a good sprite flicker. Now let's go back up there so we can go back down. Okay, cool. Good thing about Rush Coil is I love how all the sprite flickering is happening. Just all screen them, all screen them. As I was saying, I love how the slide just keep going. But I love how a lot of things have changed between this game and the second one and the first one. Not only that, but you hear that when he falls, actually, when he lands, it's a different sound effect too. Alright, let's continue on and try our best to not take as much damage. Okay, never mind. Ignore everything I just said because of that. Now, as you can see, we got these little cat things that are basically like those dogs that like to attack you from the second game. A little mini boss, if you will. Continuing on. Only thing we have is the Mega Buster, so as long as we just continue on. I think this is the last screen. Or so. I thought I was a little late for that, but I guess I wasn't. Now, you know how in Mega Man 2 there was 4 E-Tanks, you can hold up to 9 now. So, when you get E-Tanks, we can hold 9. You remember when I said that Top Man's pattern is predictable? It is. That's why I'm tackling him first. And look at how much damage he takes from this alone. The only thing that sucks is his move is kind of bugged. Kind of hard to use his move. And the move we get is top spin. You want to know who's weak to top spin? The hardest robot master in this game. Shadow Man, that's his weakness. Who's weak to Shadow Man, you ask? I forgot. Who is Shadow Man? Who's weak to Shadow Man? I know Harm Man's weak to Magnet Man. I forgot. Let's just go with that. I forgot. But yeah, Shadow Man is the hardest stage. And the hardest boss. Remember Quick Man? Imagine dealing with Quick Man, but he can slide. And he jumps sporadically. And here's the first fight with Breakman. You have to hit him enough times. I think this is our checkpoint. No, it's not. I don't think that's the checkpoint. Anyway. Oh, I remember who's weak to Shadow Man. Spark Man. Spark Man's weak to him. Anyway, continuing on. I'm not even trying to damage boost, I'm trying to get further in. And nothing wants to give me any help, so that's good. I make this as hard as possible, huh? I don't even know where the first checkpoint is, so I think it's right here actually. Now with these enemies right here, you have to literally shoot them when they jump, because there's no possible way you can actually attack them unless you have a move that goes to the ground. We do somewhat have that, but that move is so bugged. I hope you like waiting for enemies to spawn. But that's what we're going to be doing until freaking we get to the end of this room. We're literally just having them spawn in. Do your best to not get knocked into the... I don't even know if that's water. Whatever it is. Oil, maybe? All I know is the color of lava, but not the right shade of red. Wait, did we make it to the boss first try? Well, we did. We made it to the boss first try. I usually lose in that stage. The reason why I say this boss is hard, you'll see in a second. You'll have a hard time dodging him. How about that? But his weakness is top spin. The issue is top spin is bugged in this game. They didn't know how to program it. You have to literally be touching the enemy just for it to matter. And yeah, that's the best way you do it. You have to jump and use it though. You can't just stay in the ground and attack. You have to jump. Next boss is Sparkman. And you get Rush Marine from Shadow Blood and Man's. Okay. Sparkman's his weakness. Who's weak to Sparkman? Magnet Man. Who's weak to Magnet Man? Hard Man. Who's weak to Hard Man? I think it's Snake Man. Who's weak to Snake Man? Gemini Man. Who's weak to Gemini Man? Needle Man. There you go. That's how the weaknesses work in this game. I had to think about it. I really did. I was like, I will say one thing. Sparkman has the best music. Alright, let's make sure we don't get hit by those spikes. I thought I underjumped. I hate dealing with this because that thing likes to hit you almost every time. I'm surprised I haven't lost a life from the stage itself. Not this stage, but any stage. Alright, use Rush Coil, get up here. Well, we can just give it back to Rush Coil because we literally did not use anything but the regular shot. Time to platform some more. After we get past this hallway. I love how we're more right than we're supposed to be. It's gonna fix itself now. Now you see why I said I'm gonna hate this, because of those enemies right there. If I have rush jet, I could just breeze through them. It's not even that far into where we were just at. I hate these things, I hate these things, I hate these things, I hate these things. Come on. Thing is, you can't hit them until they completely form. Anyway, as I said before, his weakness is Shadow Man. If I can get the Shadow Man's move, that'd be great. All he does is jump a few times, let these sparks go, and then aim a big one towards you. Now, with Shadow Man's move, it can go in 3 directions. Or 4, or... No, I think it can go in 6 directions. The only thing you can't do is shoot it. No, that's 6. 5 directions. The only thing you can't do is shoot it below you. You can only shoot it diagonally, above you, left, right, and obviously above you. I think it can be above. There's your password. Who's weak to Spark Man? Magnet Man. I'm taking the easiest path. As long as you got Top Man, you'll be fine against Shadow Man if you do it the way I did it. If you hold up or down, you can go up with the magnet if you want to, or down, depending on what direction you wish to go. Don't let them things cause you to fall into the hole below. I'm just gonna hold this wall and just let him take the shot. It'll be done right about now. Alright, do you miss invisible blocks? Guess what? They're in this level. But they're a lot easier to manage than they are in the previous games. Alright. Right after you get to this room, through this room right here, there'll be a lot of invisible blocks we have to traverse. You don't have to technically wait anymore. I love how that thing was trying to throw you off. Alright. If you want to get that, you have to go up here and go back down. Your choice if you need it or not. And this is the last enemy until you get to the boss. As long as we make it through this door, we got the checkpoint for the boss. Alright, all he does is jump up there and have a magnet locked on onto you. Dang it. He magnetizes you so he can hit you. You see, in this game, a lot of bosses do a lot more damage if they just physically touch you over their projectile hitting you. So, this is the game where you want the projectile to actually hit you. Yeah, that's one of his other gimmicks. Look at how much damage his projectile does. It does like 3 damage, so we can take 9 hits of that. Whereas if you touch him, it does way more. Now, who's weak to Magnet Man? Obviously, I said hard man. Because hard man is literally a man, is literally a robot master covered in a lot of metal. So that makes the most sense as to why he's the one weak to it. That's all I know. Alright. I can tell you one thing, Slide is your best friend in this level. Can't destroy that thing, but what you can do is destroy the enemies. Don't know the best way to handle them, but this is the one Mega Man game that doesn't have a shield. Keep that in mind. This is the one Mega Man game where there's no shield. Mega Man 4 has a shield. Mega Man 5 has a shield. Yes, it does. Starman's shield. I wish I knew the fastest way to get rid of this guy. Anyway, continuing on. No, we're not dealing with you. Oh yeah, I think Magnet Man takes care of you. 4 shots, ugh. All they do is jump over. If you let them be, they'll just jump around the whole entire map and just go crazy. So I advise get rid of them as soon as possibly can. Look at this. Let me show you. See, you can shoot it every direction but below you. So it's basically a less busted metal blade. But they know what they were doing in Mega Man 2. That ain't the only thing that's up here. The faster path. Alright, you're gonna see those bee enemies again. And none of them give me anything of note. At least one of you gave me some health. I don't think he attacks us here, I'm not sure. I don't know if that was... You can't even pause in that situation usually, but I did. Okay. At least this one, I know the pattern. Alright, depending on how this boss goes, will we have to use this E-Tank? I hope not. What he does is he shoot his arm missiles and not only that, but they home in on you. I only got hit once. That's amazing. Usually I get hit like twice or 3 times, but I got lucky there. Now, the next boss is Snake Man. Not Snake Man. It's not weak to hard knuckle. That's wrong. No, I'm not wrong actually. It's not wrong. I don't know why I had a brain fart. Snake Man's weak to Hard Man, and Hard Man weak to Magnet Man. Okay. Who's weak to Snake Man? It's Gemini Man. I like how I haven't gotten an extra life since that one extra life I got. Not one. And none of the levels gave me an extra life either, so... Aren't I lucky? But like I said, this level is the one Mega Man game out of the whole entire hexology there's no shield. Technically there's a shield in the first game. Because the fire move literally shoots out a little shield, but it's not one that will last. That's one way to get rid of me. continue. I don't need a stage select. I'm good. I lose that. Oh, I keep the E-Tank. It's not like Mega Man 2 where if you die, you lose the E-Tank. Trust me, I know that for a fact. I think Mega Man 2 don't let you keep it. I'm thinking I'm having an easier way of beating this game than I did when I first did it way back when. Anyway. Let me guess, there's an extra life in this level. Let's see, is there an extra life in this level? Don't know. Now, if you take this right path, you'll see a question mark tank. It could be any item. It can be an extra life if you needed it. But we don't need an extra life. Because we just got a game over in this deal. Usually I would have had at least 3 extra lives by now, but that's my luck right now. There will be another mini boss coming up as soon as we get done climbing this ladder. Alright, continuing on. Do not let that thing freaking disorient you. I love how far that jump is. It feels like you ain't gonna make that jump, but you can make it. You barely make it, but you can make it. I forgot you're supposed to destroy them. I'm thinking of an enemy that's in a later Mega Man game. Now, them enemies right here, they usually aren't on the ladders when you see them. But when they're not on the ladders, they move a lot faster than they do if they're on the ladders. I love how whenever that one lands, it literally feels weird whenever you get the platform below you. It stutters for like a split second. And those cloud enemies are being clouded by a bullet, and those bullets move faster, so just leave them in their clouds. There was no point in not taking damage there. One thing good about when you switch to their bullet form, they can only go in a straight line. Alright, hard man. Let's do this. Now with hard man's move, you can angle it. Oh, it was Needle Man, wasn't it? Cause this is barely doing anything, so it was Needle Man. I knew I messed up, so I knew I messed up when I said that. I was like, he's weak to Needle Man actually. So what is Needle Man weak to then? Gemini, that's who's weak to them, but who's weak to Horn Man then? Oh, Top Man is. Oh my lord, that's my fault. So you're weak to Needle Man. But I don't have Gemini Man's move yet, so. It's a lot easier for me to just use this. All I have to do is hug this wall and it'll attack him eventually. Oh, you're weak to Needle Man. So who's weak to something? That's what it was. Top Man's weak to Hard Man. Hard Man's weak to Magnet Man. Magnet Man's weak to Spark Man. Spark Man is weak to Shadow Man. Shadow Man's weak to Top Man. And Top Man is weak to Hard Man. But what is Needle Man weak to? Gemini Man. Gemini Man's weak to Snake Man. Okay. Time for a more space-like alien level. Also, there's water in here. Oh, there's water in the level too. Love all the sprite flickering. Anyway. Gotta wait for this thing to get out your way. Not only that, but at the end of this screen, you'll see that he helps you this time. I want to try something. I want to see if I can make it to that, make this jump all the way to the right side. There's nothing over there. I just want to see if I can make it. Nope. I almost made it to that hill. Extra life. You're gonna get used to these little bubble things. The thing is, the only way you can get up there is if you take care of that one right there. If you don't, there's no possible way you can get up here. Alright, let's see what's in here. An E-tank, which is great. That's the best thing you can get. But that's helpful later, not help you can get right now. I love how you still ended up sliding more, even though I didn't want you to slide more. I'll take that. Continuing on, we climb the ladder. Your best bet is use rush coil here, but you don't have to destroy every single one of these pieces, and you don't have to worry about having to go to the spots we can't really reach. Alright, continue down. There's a health replenishment right there. Go ahead and take that if you need it, like I do. I'm one away from having full health, and as I said, there's water in the stage. You can use Rush Marine here, but you have to use Rush Coil to get up there. You can use Rush Marine here, or you can take the top path. Top path is way more platform heavy. It's great as extra life. The only issue is I don't think we can make it back up there. Unless we actually angle it so he can spawn in a spot where we can make it so we can go back up here. Alright. I'm gonna have this dragonfly enemy try to hit you. Just shoot it. Make the jumps accordingly and make sure nothing hits you and off and make you fall into the pit, because there's no clearance to help you this time right here. Got this E-tank at the end. Climb this ladder unless you under jump like I just did. And you're basically done with this level. The last enemy, you can literally just shoot it to death because it can't reach you. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Snake Man. They'll have two forms of himself. They only shoot whenever they're on the ground. And that's how he works. He only shoots at you if he's on the ground. He cannot shoot in the air. Let's deal with Needle Man, who is the worst boss out of all of them. I could never see myself going to Needle Man first. And this is the only Mega Man game where he actually looks at them. 6 games, even though he has his face in the middle the whole time. Doesn't look at him in any other game besides this one. Don't know why they decided not to give him that ability. I love that attention to detail. They say that Mega Man 3 was rushed. I'm not sure if it was or it wasn't, but if it was, then I find it funny how, even though it was rushed, they tried to make the game longer by adding these elements that's going to come as soon as we beat this stage. I know I'm playing this stage pretty much flawlessly, except for the damage I'm taking from enemies. Other than that, pretty much flawlessly. So there's consistent groove. How to deal with these annoying things. You have to time your slide accordingly unless you're gonna take a hit like that. Now some of them you can get in between of, but it's kind of hard to angle yourself where you don't get hit by it. I like how I had 1 HP left. Oh boy. Jump down. Take care of him. I'm getting this freaking you tank. I don't care about using one yet. I think I can angle it so I don't get hit by these guys. Yep. Be helpful if y'all gave me some health. Unfortunately, y'all didn't want to. Oh, you don't get hit by that. Okay, nice to know. I wish I knew exactly what hits you then. At least I got a smidgen of health left. Yay, and added to my health. Alright, Needleman. The stage is easy. The boss is hard. I'm just gonna take the hit. Alright, Gemini man, let's go. Thing is, if you miss a Gemini laser, good thing is the ricochet can hit you. Can hit him. I'm not dealing with you. It goes by how you shoot them too. Now, how did they add more link to this game? 2 things. This game's pretty much the longest out of the first 3. It's like you have to earn that rush jet, and this rush jet's the most broken. This is how they extended the game. They added these. I'm gonna tackle the hardest one first. Shadow Man. Shadow Man, Needle Man. Needle Man's hard only because you need Rush Jet. You need Rush Jet to make it past that. Rush Jet is mandatory. So these are the dot robot stages. All they did was they put 4 of them. Those 4 are based off of the bosses from the second game. I don't know which order we're doing first. Don't know which one. What I do know is you have a wider hitbox to hit. Can't wait to deal with Quickman's variation. I think Quickman's variation is in this stage. How am I supposed to anticipate that if I can't see? Whatever. I can see the platform, but at the same time, I can't see. Wow. That's one of the few times I can say I actually got defeated by that. Wow. Alright. Whatever. We weren't even that far into the level. We are literally back where we were just at. Of course, I can just use a rush jet and just breeze through that far, but yeah. I'm trying to figure out something in the second part of this level. Oop. That's why I say I wish I could see. As long as you jump as soon as you land on them, you'll pretty much make that jump every time. Some of them you have no choice but to do that. What I'm glad they did was they at least programmed these where you can see even if the lights are cut off. Really. Fine, I'll use the rush jet. Jeez. You're gonna find out why rush jet is the most broken in this game then. After this one. I love how I didn't start dying until we got to the dot robot stages, really. I got 2 game overs from just this dot robot stage. I told you this is the hardest one for me. It's just the stage that hard. The bosses are only hard because of the fact that by the time you get to the bosses, you're weakened. Not only that, but there's no checkpoints until you beat the boss, the first boss. Yeah, so you literally have to do this every time. The reason why it's so broken is, look, you can take him any direction. It ain't just one direction. You can go left, right. And also, if you just keep jumping, you don't have to worry about wasting it. That's why I say it's the most broken. So if you jump, you won't waste any of the rush jet, really. So whenever you get to a certain area and a certain stage in this certain part in this game, it's kind of best you do that. I don't know what Woodman's weakness is in this game, but like I said, they basically put the bosses from Mega Man 2 in here. This is the second weakness. Do I want to redo this boss? No. I wish I knew what your weakness was. That would help out a lot. You're weak to needle. Of all bosses, Needle Man? It ain't like Mega Man 2 where I can just go through his shield and attack him. And like I said, if you lose, guess where we're at? The beginning of the stage. Ain't that fun? Be right back. And as I said, in this game, when you get physically touched by a boss, they take way more damage on you. You saw how quick I died as soon as it touched me. As this thing touched me, yeah. Woodman would be the strongest boss if that was the case. I did half his HP. If you want to get hit by something, get hit by the leaves. Don't get hit by him. And look at how much health I got left. Oh boy. Alright. That helps, but it doesn't help health. I wish you would have gave me more health than that back. I hate dealing with these things. Jeez. One of the worst enemies to deal with because you have to keep hitting them with this. I wonder if anyone has ever gotten hit by those spikes up there. Like how would that have happened? You would have had to be on rush jet or something because the rush coil cannot reach that high. That's the only way. But why would you need rush jet in this area? And remember when I said that the checkpoint is right after you get done with that boss? Yeah. Thing is, you can't shoot and slide at the same time. You have to slide. So you have to already have bullets out already going for them. I'll take my life back. That was the first life they gave me out of every darn freaking enemy I've defeated so far. Okay. Continuing on. Slowly make these jumps. Do not over jump. Don't under jump. Don't any jump unless it makes the jump. I don't get how they are spawning way far before you even get to them. Anyway, I love how that's the shortest second stage out of all of them. It's literally just that. Now, who's this boss? Woodman and who? Airman? Oh, Heat Man. What would you even be? Top Man? Would you be? Don't tell me you're weak to Top Man. No, no, don't do me like that now. No, gang, don't, no. You're weak to Top Man, of course you are. Of course you freaking are weak to Top Man. I was like, that makes sense because I guess it's because he's wind-based. That makes sense. Top Man. So Needle Man and Top Man in that section. Now we're gonna tackle the hardest one in terms of second stages. The bosses, I don't know. I think Crashman is in this area. You can step right next to that and not have that hit you. It's weird, but you can. It's possible. I've done it before. Rush coil. Not snakes. Rush coil. Will I make that louder? Nope. Well, I'm gonna waste some of the rush jet right now. Or none of it if I'm able to do what I need to do. Good thing is he follows you. And you see that jumping actually causes it so it doesn't waste any. Alright, are you the Metal Man one? Airman. So that would mean Top Man wouldn't be your weakness. So what would be your weakness? Would it be Snake Man? Would it be Snake Man? I don't know. I'm guessing. Nope. But it can hit him. What would make sense is, oh my lord, you're weak to Spark Man. I'm not worried about damage. The first area is easy. As long as you don't take too much hits. These are the most annoying things to deal with. These little things that take too many dang hits to knock out. And then you gotta deal with these things that want to hit you whenever you're trying to avoid them, and they hit you just in time. See? As you can see, as I said, you can just step right there and they can't hit you. Alright, rush coil, boom. Switch your weapon as soon as possible. Shoot a bullet out of the air if you can. If you get close enough to him, you don't have to worry about that bullet at all. So he's weak to Spark Man. Electricity and wind, I guess. I don't get that one as much as I got the Heat Man one. Heat Man, because I guess Top Man is wind based. Well, since I know he's weak to Spark Man, let's go. I love how Airman's about the size of the darn freaking Robot Master itself. Thought Robot is itself. That's all his gimmick is. He's his gimmick to figure out. Alright, let's go. Now, do you love Rush yet? Well, guess what? This is the room for you. Now, I advise you, if you want to have the easiest exploration here, just hug the top row. Hug this up here. The only issue is sometimes the game can have that happen. We're fine. We got an extra life, so. But not Rush Marine. Rush Marine is useless here. You need Rush Jet for this. And now that we took some of the replenishment, we have to jump now. We have to do this jump thing. Because if we don't, we'll run out of rush jet. The idea was for you to use rush jet the whole way. About to grab some replenishment right here. Ain't that funny how that works? You see, I'm barely using any. I have to. You see, look at how much I have left. I would have never had that much left if I would have not jumped. Good thing is he hones in on whatever direction you are. I don't think I ever die with rush jet on unless I lose too much HP. Only time I ever lost. Can you get low enough so I can hit you? Take that. I'll take that. The fire doesn't attack you? Wow. I would have never known if I never tried it. So that fire is just there for aesthetic purposes. Can you get in range? Jeez. I've never seen it stay up that high in the air for that long. Yeah, I got rid of you early so I didn't have to deal with waiting forever. Alright, we're almost done with this stage. We can ignore this guy. We don't have any lives, so taking that health won't matter. Alright, who is this? Crashman. It's not Gemini Man, okay. Magnet Man maybe? Nope. You can hit him though. Nope. Semi-weak to Shadow Man. So what is it if it's not Snake Man? It's not. Is it hard? Don't do me like that. Don't be hard, man. No. Oh, it's hard, man. It's hard, man. Okay, so we now know their weaknesses. Spark Man, hard man. Okay. Don't worry, you won't see any of this. Alright, we're back. Well, now that we know he's weak to hard man, we're good. Yeah, I got this literally my next attempt. I didn't want you to have to see all of that. Anyway. I love how I'm suspended in the air whenever I do that. You. So yeah, that's how they made this game longer. They just said, let's add these dot robot sections instead of dealing with Wily. Can't wait to deal with Mega Man's 4 version of making this game longer too. And 5. Thing is, supposedly I never did Mega Man 5, even though I looked back in my channel and I was like, I never did Mega Man 5. That don't sound right, and it's my favorite one. You have to use Gemini Laser if you want that to not hit you. Or that. I like how that thing said B1 and then this says first floor. I love the attention to detail there. Can I make it? Yes, I can. Kinda hard to not make these jumps if you don't know what you're doing. That's the only way you can miss these jumps. Dang, even with this, it takes 4 hits. What floor is this, anyway? The 2nd floor. I don't know if anyone ever noticed that those things tell you the number of what floor you're on. Alright, this is who? Metal Man. If you're not weak to Magnet Man, that would not make any sense. You being weak to Magnet Man would make the most sense. I can just hug this wall and not have to worry about anything. When he takes the big jump, that's when he does the 3 volleys. I was not worried about the boss. I was worried about could I freaking do this without taking too much health. Is this quick man? Please don't be quick man with magnet. Don't do that. Don't put both. Now we're in base 410. I like how I off screen that thing. You can off screen it, take the opportunity to off screen it. Make your job a little bit easier. It's gonna off screen itself anyway, so. I love how I jumped a little bit too high. That would have been cheap if they could attack you as they are coming into the screen. It's kind of weird to flip the slide there. If this is a quick man, I'm using the E-Tech. I'm going to tell you that now. I had a feeling. Who are you weak to? None of y'all can slow down time, so let's go with Snake Man. It is Snake Man. It is Snake Man, Lord. It's Snake Man. How is it Snake Man? I don't know. I don't feel like dealing with you. So that means the last two is Bubble Man and I'm gonna guess Bubble Man. What's the other one? Bubble Man. It's not Heat Man. It's not Quick Man. Not Metal Man. It's not Air Man. It's not Bubble Man. It's not Wood Man. What could it be? I'm gonna get it before I get there. I know that. Literally just played Mega Man 2. How am I not thinking about which one is it? It's not Heat Man, so it's not HA. I know it's Bubble Man and someone else. That's all I know, because we didn't see Bubble Man yet. Bubble Man, and it's not Wood Man, it's not Heat Man, because they were together, I think. Not Metal Man, Quick Man. It's not Air Man and Crash Man. Flash Man. That's why I forgot about him. He's the most forgettable out of the out of the freaking 8. Flash Man. It's Bubble Man and Flash Man. That's why I couldn't remember, because it's Flash Man and he is forgettable. When you get something like that, you're just mad. I don't know how am I gonna get that if I'm able to get that. Only thing that can suck is if they give you an extra life and you can't reach it. Thing is, we can't really reach anything up there unless we have a way to get up there. And I can tell you right now, there's no physical way you can attack those things with anything but the Mega Buster, because for some reason these can't hit it. Yeah, don't ask me why, but they can't. Alright, trying to do a weird jump now. I think Mega Man 2 is the shortest. That isn't Mega Man 1. Then 3 is the long. 3 and then 3, 4, and 5 wanted to make the longest. They wanted to make it look like it was actually you facing Flash Man again. So what would be your weakness, Flash Man? Let's try Smart Man. Nope. Shadow Man. Nope. This is secondary weakness though. This Flash Man is stronger though. Magnet Man, maybe? Oh. Gemini Man? Oh boy, I hate when I miss it. But you can't. It's Gemini. Of course it's freaking Gemini Man. Flash Man would have been perfect in this game. Because he sure loves to hug you. And as I said before, you take more damage physically than you do if they hit you with their projectiles. So that's why I say always let them hit. If you're gonna get hit by the projectiles, because they don't hurt as much as they don't hurt as much as the physical touch for some reason. Don't know why they decided to do that, but they did. I'm trying to shoot these things before they even start causing me to have to wait. Couldn't get that one. I can get that one, and then I can fall down here. Now, does that tank respawn? Oh. Guess we're taking the bottom path this time, even though it doesn't matter. Thing is, if I slid there, I can't attack, and I can't destroy these things, so I literally have to attack while standing up. Will I get an extra life before we get to that boss again? Probably not. Those don't spawn them. No, wait. I think it's because I had too many on the screen. You can only spawn 3 at a time. Well, that's nice to know. Alright, Gemini, let me in. Let's go. I'll tell you, he would have been a perfect boss in this game. He loves to go towards you. He's like, I want a hug. Please hug me. Now, if it was a flat surface, you can't even jump over him in a flat surface. That's a fact. Alright, Rush Marine. You're gonna make your debut. I think in a later game, his mouth actually opens instead of the beam just showing up from nowhere. Those things just go back and forth indefinitely until you destroy them or advance the screen. So if you want to try to get something from them, well, those are your best enemies to deal with. And as I said, these enemies, if you see them, they travel faster on the ground than they do it if they are, and they do on the ladders. Even with slowdown. They're not that hard to deal with. You just have to literally outspeed them. Alright, so the last boss is literally Bubble Man, which means there will be spikes above him. If your weakness is not Spark Man, I question things. Because water conducts electricity, that's why I'm saying that. If you're not weak to this, I don't know what you could be weak to. That was not a good start. Well, you are weak to this. But that actually makes sense as to why it is weak to that. Now, we're done with the Dark Robot stages, which means we can face Breakman. Does that... I think it... I love how I have to literally use the regular shot just to be able to beat him. Oh no, right after we received the last element. Marley ran off with Gamma. Which means we have to now do Dr. Wily stages. We went from Dark Robot stages to Wily stages, and now we have to face his mansion. The good thing is his stages are not that long. The other issue is they don't really get, replenishment in terms of weapons and stuff. Come on. Any tank you see, you grab. I like how I prematurely jump and attack them. The second time they gave me an extra life, and it was not one that's already on in the level. You need Hardman to destroy those walls if you want them extra lives. You have to actually use something to get the E-Tank, don't. Unless it's rush coil or something like that, don't do it. I don't want to be bothered with y'all. Just want to keep going. Of course, the last one wants me to be bothered with it. Yes, the magnets actually magnetize to it towards the iron ball, and yes, they're actually weak to Magnet Man, so yeah. Invisible blocks. You need one to spawn right here just for you to be able to jump on his ladder. I love how they basically fully replenish your health if you need it. Now, what's this boss? Is this the... If this is the turtle boss, it's weak to Shadow Man. I remember that. Yeah, those wind turbines don't actually hurt you. One thing that can hurt you is those turtles. They can lose their shell. Next stage. Directly up. Even though some of them don't actually go the direction that they say they are gonna go. Did we even use any Shadow Men? Not really. I'm gonna grab it anyway. I mean, I could go get the extra life. I tried to hold left and I couldn't get the left to turn. Let me go through the little crevice, so. Guess we're taking the long way back. Guess we're getting this extra life. I think this is the room that requires rush jet. Yep, it is. Continue on, ignore them. May slow your game down, but at the same time, ignoring them is the best thing you can do. Get on rush jet as fast as you possibly can. I love how this is slowing down the game completely. Alright, rush jet again. I love how they just give you 2 E-Tanks just chilling. They just say, oh, you need some, you're definitely gonna need this. See, this stage has a rematch. Doesn't this room structure feel familiar? Yeah. This is a lot more manageable to actually jump over. And I take the physical damage. And I cannot hit you, of course. Oh, God. If you want to know his weakness, it's literally Shadow Man. That's why I already had him equipped. Because I already knew his weakness. Ain't it funny how the first boss, 2 bosses are weak to Shadow Man? Just like I said, this is our equivalent to Metal Blade. Now he does this thing where he just does this, and it's kind of difficult to actually dodge it. Like I said, physical contact hurts. These are not projectiles technically, they are to a fault, but look how much damage they do. They do 4 damage to us. Jump. Technically, I don't even have to jump over those now. Got slide option. What you want me to do there? Seriously. But, as you can see, Shadow Man does 3 damage to that. Alright. I love how he can't attack you. But he's trying his darndest to. If you had just use Magnet Man, you don't have to worry about him. Alright. I guess they're trying to make up for all the fact that you had to rematch against the Yellow Devil from Mega Man 1. But that hurt. Don't know where. Okay. Oh, I offspring both of them. Wow. I didn't know you can offspring both of them. I know you can destroy them. I didn't know you can offspring both of them though. Get Magnet Man, replenish, and continue down. There's no point in actually attacking him. I think the jump is too low for you to actually go under him, so unless you slide, because I'm confidently can say you're not running past him. That's a risk if you go up there. Is this the room I think it is? Yes. Okay, this is weak to Snake Man, and the right one you to attack is literally the first one on the top. Then they spawn down there. The pattern is usually the same. The first one always spawns on the top, very top. Told you these bosses are easy. Now this room has an enemy you've never seen before. No. The enemy being this guy right here. This is the only stage he shows up. So say hello to wherever his name is, because I don't know. I don't know if he gets to throw another one at you, but I know for a fact he throws one. He can throw 2. Nice to know. That's the last time you'll see him. He doesn't spawn in this room. I think this is the rematch. Yep. Now they put them in order of the Robot Master numbers in this game. So yeah. Needle Man. How are you doing, Needle Man? You doing good? I hate that I can't really shoot you yet until this darn laser decides to freaking hit you. Oh my gee, I hate having to dodge and freaking wait for... Okay, got lucky there. The hardest boss is done. Alright, Sparkman, where you at? Sometimes you can make it so you actually get close enough to him where he doesn't actually touch you. Don't know how that works, but you can do that. Snake Man, I like how I got all the moves that you're weak to right here. And as you can see, even though he usually does not actually hit you usually by physically touching you. I tried to turn around and shoot him, but couldn't. Don't care, keep going. Next. Hard Man, you're weak to Magnet Man, which means I have to switch to minis for the first time. Now, if you actually let him hit you with that ground attack, oh lord, you're gonna hurt. Alright, next. Top Man, which is weak to Hard Man. I thought I was froze. About to say. Alright, you're weak to Top Man. Nope. And now I have to beat you normally. If you ask me what's his secondary weakness, I couldn't tell you. Doesn't help that we're on the same level playing field. Shadow Man and Needle Man sucks. It's like they didn't even see it, how they would work. Because they are kind of broken if you don't know what you're doing. All I need you to do is get in range of this attack, and I'm pretty much chilling. All right, the last one should be Snake Man. Find it funny how he's opposite to his weakness. He's like, stay away from me, Needle Man, please. Do not hit me with your needles. All right, now we go to the right. The only thing we probably will need replenishment for is this, extra life, this, and Magnet Man. Good thing is, since you're done with the rematch, you're basically at this home stretch, but you still got 2 more levels to do. We're not done yet. Not even close. I love when they give me extra health, even though I literally just started the stage. Top Man we're gonna need. Believe it or not, we'll actually need him. This thing is weak to... Is this the Spark Man weakness? I think this is the Spark Man weakness. Yep. I love how I can remember this. Now he's weak to Hard Man. Matter of fact, Hard Man's the only thing that can really reach him. Unless he goes down. I don't like you replenishing health. Oh my lord, I hate having to use these tanks. And GG. Next boss. That's a dummy. Now you're gonna see why I'm gonna need Hard Man, and I'm also gonna need not Needle Man, Snake Man. Alright, Rush Jet, we don't need you anymore. At least not for now, unless we run out of Rush Coil. I love it when they give me health when I don't need it. Alright, so. Basically what you have to do is literally get to that platform to the right. To use Hard Man's move to attack this thing. Literally not even moving. Next, another platform is going to spawn. You can use Top Man, which is funny how it can work against this guy. Or you can use Third Snake. It can work against him, trust me. I've seen that weirdness happen. The only thing about it is if you miss, you'll miss bad. See? See how much HP it has left now. Ain't it funny how we finished this with top spin? Now, The reason why I didn't have to actually pause here is because of the fact that there's not as much flashing as there was in Mega Man 2. Which is a good thing. Where's the Dr. Wily? Oh no, too late. Mega Man, you regained consciousness. I found you lying here when I arrived. I wonder who brought you here. And now you get to see the Robot Master numbers from the first game because of the fact that they never actually showed you those in the first game. So I guess it was kind of trying to play homage to the first two games. The second one being paying homage by facing the Robot Masters from the second game, and then this one shows you the numbers of the robots from the ones from Mega Man 1 to Mega Man and his brother. And now we get to see the numbers for these Robot Masters. So the way that it's supposed to be done is from top left to bottom left, middle to the top. That's how I think it was supposed to be done, because the way we did the Robot Masters was not in that order. We did the first 5 correctly, then the last 3 were in correct order. Anyway, we are done with Mega Man 3. Next will be Mega Man 4. Mega Man 4 introduces something else to the Mega Man franchise, but that will be for next time. So, with that being said, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. I bet you this was a lot faster than my first attempt for this game. And I hope you have a wonderful day or night. Goodbye and take care. And this is not like Mega Man 1 where you can go back to the title. It actually won't let you do that. So, yeah, the only thing you can do is reset the game and replay it. With that being said, take care.